Today we're going to do the strut. No, what we're going to do is we're going to put strut helpers on. We're going to put strut helpers on the car today. Look like crap. Anyway, let's get this turned around here. Oh, and look who's there. Is that Mindy? That's a good puppy. Yeah. Anyway, this is what we're going to make. After we result, we're making gas strut mounts. So what we're going to do is we're going to tie in the one bolt there, and then we're going to put one self-tapper in there. And then the bottom, which was nice, that took the light away from it right away, is hopefully going to look like this. Anyway, there's a flat spot right here in the wheel well where this seems to mount really well. I mean, it looks like it was meant for it, you know? And then when you install these, you want 20 to 30%, like that would be the center pivot in here, you know? It's so hard to explain. Let me take this out of the camera holder here. Darn thing, I tell you. So anyway, you know, between that point and this point and the pivot point, you want 20 to 30% this away, whatever this distance is. Okay? If my calculations are right, I got it darn near on the money. So, but what we're using, so these brackets are marked, you know. That's such good lighting here. Like this one says R, it's upside down, but it's, you can see the way I got it mounted, it's off kilter. See how all the bolt is offset? Okay. By rights, that bolt should be up high and then, you know, for leverage. But I can't do that because it fits perfectly the way it is. Now, I drilled 2 self-tappers through the wheel well, but I want to put bolts in there. But those holes will guide me like where I got to be then, you know. And I'll probably use like 1/4 inch, 2 1/4 inch bolts, you know. I don't have anything that small here, so I'll have to get some, but this will work for now. Then on top, let me get out of here. Then on top, you can see how I did that. I used 1 trunk bolt, then 1 self-tapper, okay? And then I had to bend that bracket from a 90 to that angle, you can kind of see. So that way this is kind of in line, okay? So it's not fighting itself. It's off kilter a little bit, but that's fine. It can be off kilter a little bit. So, and for the self-tappers, let me explain something here before we go any further. The self-tappers, I used Midnight Black self-drilling pole barn screws. They got a nice rubber washer on there and a nice head. They drill nice. Then they seal. When they go down, they seal. So that's what I used. And as for the hydraulic struts, I bought 1 pair of 23-inch, 35 pounds per strut, times 2, that'd be about 70 pounds. The deck lid weighs about somewhere around that 50, 55 mark. Then I'm going to have a go wing on it yet. So I hope these are strong enough. We're going to try this, and I hope this is right, where I got it figured. Because I didn't exactly add in the go wing that I want to put on it. But I think this will, that's 70 pounds between the two, and they're 23 inches long, by the way. Because, and then, but anyway, getting back on base here, I'm constantly off base. So they're 35 pounds times 2, so I can hold 70 pounds. Deck lid weighs about 55. That leaves me about 15 pounds for the go wing and the brackets. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. And then also too, keep in mind when you're mounting this thing, you got to remind yourself about travel. Now, here we have the travel. How should I explain this? From this distance here to the seal area, okay? So we got to have this distance. So we figure that's why I went with 23-inch rams, because now see where the end of this barrel is? It's down here. It's below the thing, and the deck lid is completely open. See, because you got to have that travel. You don't want to run out of travel, so you got to go with 23-inch ones. And then, like I say, it mounts really well on that fender well. I can't believe it. It's like it was meant for this. But is it strong enough? You know, I think it will be for sure for now. I'm still questioning the. So what we got to do next is let's bend this bracket from a 90. It was a 90 shot down and then out, and I bent it down a little bit. So let's go get a bracket, and then we'll throw it in the vise and we'll hit it a few times with the hammer. You know. So this was actually very difficult to film. So put this back in its holder here. And we'll turn this. And we're working right there. And then we need. Now these are marked left and right, but I don't pay attention to that. What I'm paying attention to is that now. Okay. I believe it's going to be this one now. And actually, they wanted you, when you mount these, they probably want you to actually have this like on the bottom, because so that way when there's leverage pushing down on this, you're trying to pull this one up. But I got it completely reversed because for the room that I have. So let me make sure I got the right bracket here. Let's see, we want that one. Oh, hang on, I think I got the wrong one here. I'm looking here real quick, guys. I'll make sure I got the right one for the right side. Okay, so yeah, so the R is going to go on top on the, unfortunately, on the other side of the car. So then what I did is I just laid it on top of my vise like so, and I hold the edge with my finger, as dangerous as that sounds. And I just pound it a little bit here, flip it around here. Let's see now. Did I do the wrong bracket now? Hold on. I want to make sure. No, I got the right bracket. Okay, so if I'm mounting on the side, I got to get a little bit more out of it, don't I? I'm thinking about the driver's side right now. Okay, that's not enough yet. That might be though. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. But now they got that crimp in the middle for strength. Okay, so I marred that up nice and pretty. That should look really nice. Okay, so you can kind of see what I did here. you know. I marred her up good, so that should look good. It should look just like the car, not perfect. Pretty soon I'm going to change the name into Rough Cut. So, let's see. I wonder if we got to go a little bit more yet. If that's straight, I'm afraid that we got to go. Golly, what is up with me? I am dropping stuff. I am not good. I don't know what's up. Hey, that looks better. It looks like that's what I might want. Okay, so now the next step is, see, that's the way it looked before. It was 90, you know, but I don't have to touch this one. I don't want to touch this one. So let's grab a couple of these screws for that. Okay, we need the upper nut and the lower nut for the ram. And then we need one more screw for the, okay, let's just take that along. And then we'll go set up in the car. Okay, so now we got the upper bolt and the lower bolt, the trunk lid. Okay, so what we're going to do now next is we're going to make sure the upper one's tight. I don't want it to move, because I can't have this deck lid moving now. You have to have your deck lid set when you're doing this. Okay, don't set it after that, because you got one screw you got to drive through that adjuster plate and this deal. So, you know, it's going to go through both of them, and it's going to be for this plate. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to take this bolt out and put it through this hole and bolt this back in. Then we're going to hold this parallel, this edge is going to be parallel with the deck angle. Okay? So let's take that guy out of there. I hope it stays. You don't want to be bumping this. You want it supported like the way I got it supported right now. You've seen it in the video here. Now we're going to take our bracket that we bent. You see the bend? You see the way it is? We're going to put the bolt through the left hole so it looks like that. Okay? And we're going to put it back through the thing without bumping anything. And we're going to put it parallel with the... There we go. I'm going to tighten it, make sure everything's tight. Okay. Now, let's see if I can show you this. There, the light gets knocked down right away. Now I got two hands going here. But you can see how I kind of got it parallel. Oh, now my shoulder's clicking. Parallel with that, with the deck lid. See how I got that? The bottom of the deck lid and everything. I'm glad I can show you guys this really easy. That's why people always have people holding the cameras. Now, as for the bottom, let's go to the bottom. Now down here, there's like a flat spot. Okay. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to take the ram. I'm going to cut the black restrainer strap off of it. I'm just going to open. Cut that strap off. And it's going to open. Look like this. I can't show you the whole thing in the frame. And I'm going to mount the top in. Oh, this is so hard to film. My God. This is terrible. Let's just scroll this back up while I do that, huh? Okay, so I put the ram in from the outside, put the stud through, you know. So let's tighten up that bolt. And by the way, I'm using a 14 millimeter and a 12 millimeter. 12 for the inside and 14 for the outside. Might as well tighten that up right away. Okay. So now the next step is we're going to drill a self-tapper through there. So let's get that done quick. So you know we're parallel. Now this is the reason why this deck lid has to be lined up, because now I'm going to go through the mount and everything here. I was going to mount it under here, but then I got to go up in the mount, you know. And then the thing is, this is too short then. There's not enough travel. Then the bottom has to go towards the floor, and that messes the bottom of the ram's got to go towards the floor. Well, I wish I could zoom out. So let's get this one in. Okay, then my screw go down. Oh, going through some thick metal. Let's see what's here. Put a new screw in there. Okay. I can't get no leverage here because I got a fan sitting here, so I got to move that. Okay. Hey, that took like 2 seconds. There, now I can. Man, I don't know what I'm going through here. Must be titanium. I knocked my support out here. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. All right. Nothing like some good old-fashioned trouble. All right. Okay. Okay, let's try. Wait, what am I drilling through? This side is. God, my back can't take this no more. Got a big hole in there, but sometimes if you're drilling through a spot weld, maybe I gotta grab some more screws here. Might have to. I know I'm gonna be coming through very shortly, so let's just dump these out and make this go quick. It's just so hard to film. Love to open the door, but I can't. I got hurricane force winds outside right now. So I can't make room here to film this better. I'm not even drilling. Oh, that is just absolutely insane. I should go get a drill bit, maybe. Oh, troubles. God, I love him. The other side didn't go so bad. It did go through. It took a little bit. It did. I don't know if this bit's good. I don't know what's good anymore here. Let's just do a pre-hole once. I think this bit here is good. Watch me break it off in there. Oh, bumping everything there. I wanted to put the strut halfway between the two bolts, but I what the heck am I doing? Oh, it looks like I'm almost through. Wow. I'm for sure through 3/16 of metal already here. Sometimes the shavings get stuck though too underneath the. Good, I've had that a few times. That was my support again. Thank God I got that bolt tight. Okay. Oh, man. There we go. You run out of battery juice before I get it drilled through. Let's try that self-tapper again. You guys ever run into troubles like this at home? I bet you do. Just want to drill a self-tapper in there. Should be pretty simple. Geez, finally. Starting to feel like an idiot already. Well, maybe I am one. That's okay if I am. Okay, so now we got the top. It's all secure. Right, goes parallel with the deck lid. Now we got the bottom to do. Okay. So now, here's what we want to do next here if I can. You see the camera stand broke on me. Okay, that's good. That's another thing. Now we want to make sure this is parallel, you know. So, wowzer. So what we're going to do now, I want to keep it consistent with the other side. So I'm looking at the other side right now to see what I got going. Okay, so I got this facing this way. And then I have the stud facing in for the ram. Let's make sure it's tight. Okay, right there. Okay. So what we got going, which is hard for cameraman. Can you move the camera? Oh, wait a minute. I don't have a cameraman. I'll take you on a tour when we get it done, though. Yeah, I'm just trying to start the nuts here. I'm having a hell of a time. Everything's at such a bad angle right now. Okay, so I put that on. Okay. Actually turned on me. So let's just do this right. You want the nut? Okay. Get the nut there. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, if you guys can't see, let's go down. Let's go this way. Okay, so I got the bracket facing inward. Okay, I want everything consistent. Okay, how am I going to tighten that up now? Got the filler neck right in the way, don't I? Perfect. Yeah, that's where it's got to go, right there to you. Well, yeah. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so I rigged this up on the drill. And what we're going to have to do on this one is we're going to have to move it from here, you know, and we're going to move it out to here. Okay, it still kind of stays pretty decent. Okay, I gotta let go of that totally. Get it back into position. It's a nice flat area there. Still flat. And I gotta watch out for this. Well, you can't see it, I guess. I should put the bottom one in first, maybe. If I can hold it there like that. Oh, now it comes loose. Go. All fell apart on me. You gotta love that. One thing goes to heck, it all goes to heck, you know? It's amazing. That's amazing how that works sometimes. At least I got her marked, I guess. Gotta look again. That way I can get that screw right there. Going, I want that screw. And the whole thing went. Okay. I should just mark the hole, and then this. I thought I could sneak it through there quick. You know how it is. You think, oh, I could screw that in quick, or do that real quick, or this real quick, or that real quick. Necessarily works that way. So actually duct tape it to it, and then I'll have to hold it. There. Got it. We got it. That looks good too. Looks like this could be folded back ever so slightly. I got that nice and tight, so. Okay, now let's just loosen this guy up. Because we don't want to mar that ram, otherwise we'll wreck the thing. Let's take that apart. Set that there. Try to put that up out of the way if I possibly can. Because I'm going to put bolts in there, but now I'll have the holes to go by. Drill the other holes. God, look how loose everything is. Yeah. Yeah, see the seal came out, but that's fine. These are just temporary anyway. Make sure everything works. Yeah. So, we officially have it installed. Once I get this tightened, we can try it out and see what we got here. If this is all wrong, which it could be. Let's get all of our tools back up here, so we know where everything's at here. Let's take our 12 and our 14 millimeter and tighten that up, since that can be tightened up, you know. Okay. Oh, okay. Now, I wonder if I can close that. Let's see. I don't know, will it hit the camera? Yeah, that'll hit the camera for sure. Okay, I gotta put you guys on pause. I gotta pull you up. All right, it actually works perfect, guys. It works absolutely perfect. I figure when I get that deal on there, that wing, that'll probably be about right. That'll be about right. Because right now, push on with one hand, and I can feel it start to tension up a little bit and closes. And when I release it, almost gets to the end, then it slows down, you know. It doesn't want to ram it up, you know, all the way like that, bam, you know. So yeah, it works good. I gotta hold it down. And when I release it, hand free, I can get my stuff out. Sweet. So let's try to go on a tour now. I'm trying to do this between the door and between the wind, between the door, between this, between that. Dog is sitting outside licking its lips. It doesn't want to eat its food. It just wants steak dinners. There's Mindy, the star of the show. So let's go for a quick tour. You can see how we did it here. Again, the bottom of the deck lid here, parallel with the top of this. I know for leverage reasons, this should have been reversed, you know, but then the problem is when you do that, you bring this down this way, you know, and I needed the room for down here that you can't see, you know, because right now it puts it right at the bottom of this where it starts to bend in the wheel well. It fit perfectly right here. Fits awesome. Okay. So again, I don't have the light here, and that's over there, and I'm over here. Yep, beautiful, beautiful. So anyway, and the light's starting to dim out, so it means that's going dead too. So let's do a walkthrough here quick before that goes dead. So yeah, this worked out really well. It actually did. So now on this side, on the driver's side, where the light's at, I can see here at the bottom, you know, how I did that. You can see the leverage points. And now where those two screws are, I'm going to drill them out, and I'm going to put bolts through the fender well. And then I'll put some seam sealer on the other side. you know. Those screws there are just temporary right now. Just for right now. Just so, and then I got the top here again. You can see parallel with the bottom of the thing again. I'm using one bolt. I wanted to put this, I wish I could, here, throw the light down. No, that ain't gonna work either, okay. I wanted to put this bracket halfway between these two bolts, but then again, then I'd be too short down at the bottom. And I gotta keep that ratio where this distance from the pivot point straight up and down has to be 20% of the total distance from the pivot point to the bottom here. So, but, and it looks like I successfully did that. So, I don't know if you can see anything. The sun's blinding out, the light's dimming out. So, yeah. Oh well.